We're so excited about IPv6, and not just because it helps to solve address depletion and shortage problems, but because it brings a host of whole new features. One of those features is stateless auto configuration, for example. A device, a host, comes up on the network, and a local router can send router advertisement messages and make sure that device can configure its own IPv6 address in the appropriate prefix that we would like. So this is all great, but obviously it brings up new security concerns. Each year, the designers of IPv6 technologies at Cisco bring new security features available on your devices to ensure that these new features aren't a big security concern. Now, many of these features are probably written exam relevant more so than the lab, since many of them are not going to be supported on the particular devices that you're utilizing in the lab environment. But I certainly want you to be aware of them, and I'll tell you what, I included this document for you in your Nugget Lab files, which talks about a lot of first hop security mechanisms. Two that I'm going to show you is the IPv6 router advertisement guard feature and DHCP v6 guard. But notice there are others we can do, like source guard and prefix guard and destination guard. So you'll have this complete document inside the Nugget Lab files for your perusal. Cisco was genius when it came to implementing these various first hop security features. They used the concept of policy to really make it easy for us, especially in an environment where we have a whole bunch of routers, whole bunch of hosts, whole bunch of ports that connect to these devices. Look at this. We go in and we create an IPv6 neighbor discovery router advertisement guard policy, and I call it my hosts. There's lots that you can set inside this policy that's optional, but one extremely powerful thing you can do is say the device role for this policy is host. Think about that. Now, if someone comes in and they're pretending to be a router, or they are a router on that port, and they're trying to send these RA messages in, all of that stuff gets shut down. So cool. Notice I create one called My Routers, and sure enough, we are specifying that the device role is router. When it comes to attaching these policies to your interfaces, it's so simple. Here, I demonstrate taking the My Hosts and applying it to all of the participating interfaces in VLAN 100. It's that easy with the attach policy command. Or we can go under an interface and use the attach policy keyword in order to assign the My Routers policy just to a specific interface. And you're going to see, regardless of what specific security feature we're implementing, we do it with policy with IPv6. Look at this example. This is DHCP guard, specifically DHCP v6 guard. And here you can see I create an access control list for v6 called server ACL, and we permit a specific host link local address. Sure enough, we then create a prefix list that specifies a particular prefix, and we create an IPv6 DHCP guard policy named My Policy. We indicate the device role. Look familiar? With our RA guard, we had device roles of host or router. With the DHCP guard feature, we have device roles of client or server. Here, it's our server device role, and we have to be a server at a specific address. That's what we use the IPv6 access list for. So we can check the address of the server. We can even use the prefix list to check the prefix that the DHCP server is issuing. How cool. The trusted port command here says that we are indeed enacting this policy on ports that lead out to our legitimate DHCP server or servers, so don't engage in some of the like policing and various guard functionality that we have with this feature. And then we assign it. We can assign it with the attach policy command to an entire VLAN, or we could attach this to a specific physical interface. So there's a common thread in the configurations of these various features, as you can see. So as more and more features get fully implemented in IPv6 to make our lives wonderful as network administrators, we'll see more and more security features introducing themselves into the fold. In this nugget, we took a look at a category of them called first hop security, where we're controlling important things like router advertisements or DHCP v6 functionality. I sure hope you found this nugget informative, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.